Well, welcome back to the channel. We had a really fun day a couple of days ago. We finally got the Native kayak all set up. We got the Garmin put on, just wrapped up and cleaned up a little bit of the wiring that we showed you in the previous videos. And we were able to get out on the water over in Minnesota. It's about a week before the opener, so we had to go and target panfish. Basically, this trip, what it was about really wasn't to bring high quality super video about fishing in the kayak. It was more about us testing out our cameras, where we wanted to position them in the kayak. And throughout this video, you're going to see some different shots, and we've got those numbered. And if you guys would like to comment and tell us what video shots and angles you like the best, that would really help us narrow in the next time we shoot some videos. So it was a beautiful day. We got out there. Basically, the way we set it up is I had a chest mount, GoPro on. We had a Nikon mounted on the Propel on the pedal drive. We also had a GoPro 360 mounted on the back of the kayak. And then my son was in his kayak with his camera videoing. And we also had a drone, so we shot some drone footage as well. So we learned a few things. First off, you have to have your chest mount up higher on your chest, not down too low, or you really don't see a whole lot. Video from my son's kayak was really jittery because he was in a normal kayak and we don't have a gimbal, so we learned that. The Nikon was mounted on the pedal drive, and you can imagine where that was shooting. And we put that there so that I could turn it off and on and show fish catches. At the end of the day, you're probably not going to see those videos. And then we did some drone footage. We just learned a lot about it, shooting on the water, and it's not as easy as it looks. So we had a great day. I caught a fish on the very first cast out of the kayak, which I was hoping wasn't bad luck, and it wasn't. We went on to catch, I don't know, I probably caught a dozen more largemouth, which we weren't targeting, but they were moved up into the shallows. This particular lake was pretty shallow, so we stayed in about 4 or 5 feet of water. The water temp, guys, was pretty cool. In 3 or 4 feet of water, this is how much the water will warm up. It was 58 to 59 degrees. And then when we went out to 5 or 6 feet, it dropped down to 56 or 57 degrees. So that's why those fish, especially the largemouth, were pushed up on those weed flats. Could be a very interesting lake. We're looking forward to trying that later this summer. I think it's probably gets really choked with weeds, but that could be fun largemouth fishing. Didn't catch any big ones, but I don't think that's necessarily indicative of what's in that lake. Usually the smaller ones are the ones that'll move up the quickest out of their wintering holes. The kayak, guys, I couldn't be happier with that. The one thing that's on the kayak that doesn't really suit my style of fishing that I think I'm going to end up taking off, just because it's kind of in the way when I load and unload, is the anchor wizard. And again, doesn't really suit my style of fishing being anchored, so I think I'm going to take that off of the kayak, but everything else worked awesome. The Garmin worked good. The one thing that I'm a little nervous about that is that we have it's a side imaging Garmin, and I want it to have that, but it needs to hang down just a little bit past the keel of the kayak so that you can get side imaging returns on the left and the right. And the reason I'm a little nervous about that is because it does sit down a little bit below the keel of the kayak, and I just don't want to damage that. I did a little speed test out there, and on the Garmin I got up to 5.1 miles an hour. I don't think I'd want to do that at my age for very long, but it gives you an idea. You can get the kayak moving pretty good. I mean, at 3.5 miles an hour, that's pretty steady pedaling, and a pretty good speed on that. So again, if you'd give us some comments about what camera shots and angles you like the best, that would be helpful. We're just going to throw a few clips in here and there so you can get a taste of the video. And once we get this ironed out a little bit more, we're going to keep shooting on the water footage, and we'll get better and better at it. So if you like this video, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, tight lines, everybody. the first kayak fish. I don't know if that's good luck or bad luck. It's the first kayak fish on the first cast. There's a fish. Feels like a pretty good one too. Probably another bass, I'm guessing. Oh yeah. Holy cow, probably gonna wish I brought the net. Yep. That's a nice one. Yeah, I just got another nice bass. Switched it up a little bit. Just to see. Boy, it's like shallow. It's kind of interesting, the 2 of the 3 bass I caught, they hit it as soon as it hit the water. It's like I threw it right on them, or just reaction bite got them excited when I threw it by them. Yep, there's another one. Yeah, look at that, guys. We came back into shallow water and we're right back on the bass. That one, that's funny. I told you guys they were almost hitting it right on the fall. And that one hit it after a couple of cranks. So, boy, he's been caught before. There's a good catch and release. We'll let him go. I pretty much have a rod as far as fishing goes in the boat, and that's about all I brought. I was excited to get on the water. This weekend is the opener in Wisconsin. It's also Mother's Day, so that's kind of a bad combination. So we've got a tournament on May 22nd, so next weekend my partner and I are going to be practicing for that. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get out in Wisconsin with the kayak. There's a fish, guys. There we go. All right. They're all about the same size, but they're fun. They're fun, well, that's for sure. There we go. Let's get this rod thing down. All right, he's a little guy. That's a fun one though. Look at that little guy, he's pretty. Come on, buddy.